Hello, everyone, and welcome to Ask Pastor Sharon. We have a dating question today that came in, and I'd like to read it to you. And the subject is, should I move in with my boyfriend? It says, Dear Pastor Sharon, I'm a 25-year-old woman who's been dating my boyfriend for over 2 years. He recently asked me to move in with him, and I'm not sure what I should do. I love him, but I feel a little conflicted moving in with someone that I'm not married to. What should I do? How can I tell him I'm not ready and I don't really want to offend him? Please help. This question comes in from Cindy from Surprise, Arizona. Hi, Cindy. I have an answer to your question. So, first of all, moving in with someone that you're not married with can be legally and financially problematic. And what I mean by that, so you meet this person, you feel he's Mr. Right, we're going to move in together, and we're going to start sort of a family situation. Well, the first thing we want to do is go out and buy furniture, right? We've got the living room and the, set. We've got the new dining room set. We got to have a washer and dryer. I mean, things like this, we start buying the big screen TV because after all, we're going to be together forever. The problem with that is forever doesn't always end forever. So, what happens when you break up? Who gets the washer and dryer? Who gets the living room set? What's going to happen with all the furniture? And so legally, if you're married, then the court can, in a divorce settlement, separate those things. But when you're just living together, it makes it very, very difficult. So that can be problematic. So you could put a lot of money into this and lose out and not be the one to get the property. So that's one of the things. So another problematic thing would be putting your money together. A lot of times, for some reason, we want to put our bank accounts together. That is not a good idea. Again, if you break up, whoever gets to the account first gets the money. And that's a no-no, okay? So you could have come into the relationship with $5,000 saved. He could only came in with $500. Not that he's a bad dude or anything like that, but the problem is if your money's in there together, both of you have equal rights to the account. And again, he could go and clean you out, and there's absolutely nothing that the courts can do for you, nothing that the police can do for you either. So that's not going to be a good situation. If you think about it, watch Judge Judy. That's half of her shows, talking about the separation of property. So it's just not a good idea. These are things when we're in love, we don't see. All we see is he's good looking, he's got the biceps and the triceps, and he's all good. Well, doesn't always end that way. So I want to try to stop you and make you think about some of the things that could actually happen that's not going to be good for you. The other thing, there's an emotional connection that comes. So you're living with this person, we're playing house and nice, and we're doing a lot of things that we ordinarily wouldn't do if you were just the girlfriend that lived somewhere else. So if you had an apartment here and he had an apartment, you would come over and visit, maybe cook together, you go home, or vice versa. He'd come over and he'd go home. Well, if you're living together, then naturally there's things that's going to start happening. You're going to start cooking. You're going to start cleaning. We're going to start doing all of these types of things, doing his laundry and things like this. Well, that's a wife. That's a wife. That is not your responsibility. And so the problem is this goes on for a year, 2 years, and so forth. Why would he ever marry you? He wouldn't have to. Growing up, the old people used to tell us, why settle for the milk when you can have the whole cow? So what they were trying to tell us when we were younger is don't do this. Don't move in. Don't give the boyfriend all the benefits of a wife. But we do this every day. I see it all the time. It is my soapbox. And I believe that you need the experience of living separately, because don't you want him to pick you up at your doorstep while you got your cute little black dress on, your little heels with the red bottom? You know what I'm talking about, girl. And let him take you out someplace to a restaurant and appreciate you for the woman that you are. You'll never get that, because you're going to be the one standing at the stove, cooking, singing slow, sad songs, okay? While he's out, shooting pool with the fellas coming in at 9 o'clock and the food is cold. You already know how this is going to go. It's not going to play out well for you. So make him work for it. I find in this day and times, women, we give up too much. We don't really know what the girlfriend code is, okay? I'm writing a book and you're going to find out what that is. But listen, you're not the wifey, so you don't have to be the wifey. But if you're living with somebody, just by the nature of who you are, we like things clean, we like things neat, you're going to start doing those types of things. And really, he doesn't deserve that. Nothing wrong with the guy being a nice guy. He could be all of that. But it's too soon. It's not worth it. I would say to you, Cindy, don't do it. And if you decide to do it, just go in with your eyes wide open, knowing that these are some of the issues that you will probably have. And again, if it works out and you guys get married and everything is wonderful, wonderful, that's great. But I'm telling you, in my experience, it's not generally how it happens, okay? So thanks everybody for joining us today. And Cindy, I hope this advice helped you. So don't forget to email your questions in to askpastorsharon@gmail.com. That's askpastorsharon, SHARON, @gmail.com. And again, subscribe. Yes, hit the button on the YouTube channel, subscribe. Tell your friends, tell your neighbors, and definitely tell that girlfriend of yours that needs some good advice, okay? So I want to thank everybody for joining us today. And remember, whatever you do, do it with class. Be blessed.